A teaspoon of honey a day. It may sound simple, but for many older folks, this tiny daily habit holds the secret to starting each day with calm energy and a gentle sense of well-being. Just one small spoonful. That's all it takes to wake up your digestion, warm your body, and nourish your heart, brain, and every aging cell. It's no wonder honey has long been cherished as a natural elixir. For generations, a drop of golden honey has been treated like a precious gift from nature. But have you ever asked yourself, is a spoonful of honey really good for everyone? Does this natural sweetness always go hand in hand with heart health, blood sugar balance, and the aging body after 60? Dear friend, not everyone should take honey daily, and it shouldn't be an unconditional habit for all day. In today's video, we'll explore why honey was once used as medicine, and how it's also sent people to the hospital. Whether honey is truly good for the heart, digestion, and immune system. And where exactly the fine line lies between a nourishing tonic and a harmful sweetness. If you're someone seeking a peaceful, healthy life in your later years, one that doesn't rely on pills, this is your place. Make sure to subscribe to Golden 60 Plus, so each week brings a new, thoughtful step toward better living. Honey in traditional medicine and what modern science says. Did you know? Honey is one of the oldest known natural remedies in human history. Not something discovered recently, not even in the past few decades, but over 5,000 years ago. In ancient Egypt, honey was used to treat wounds, mixed with herbs for coughs and digestive issues, and even used in embalming because of its antibacterial qualities. In traditional Chinese medicine, honey, called bai mi, was known to strengthen the spleen, soothe the lungs, relieve constipation, and ease sore throats. In India, honey is considered one of 5 sacred ingredients in Ayurveda, believed to purify the body and extend life. When modern science finally took a closer look, it began to confirm what our ancestors already knew. Honey is a natural source of quick energy. 1 teaspoon, about 5 grams, has around 15 to 20 calories, mostly from natural sugars like fructose and glucose. A storehouse of small but mighty nutrients. B vitamins like B2, B done for energy metabolism. Antioxidants like flavonoids and polyphenols to fight inflammation and protect cells. Trace minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium, helpful for immunity and heart health. Honey isn't just a sweetener. It acts like a natural antibiotic. Its low moisture content, mild acidity, and the enzyme glucose oxidase helps slow the growth of the bacteria, yeast, and viruses. As the old saying goes, sugar feeds disease, honey feeds the soul. But the benefits of honey vary widely depending on the source of the nectar, e.g., coffee blossoms, longan flowers, wildflower. How it's harvested and stored. Its purity, raw honey, filtered honey, commercial honey. So now we ask, does honey really help the heart and fight inflammation, as many claim? Or are we just drawn in by its comforting taste? Honey and heart health, clearing arteries and fighting inflammation. You might not realize this, but many strokes, heart attacks, or sudden heart failure in older adults are triggered by something invisible. Low-grade inflammation in the blood vessels. There's often no pain, no fever, no obvious signs. And by the time we notice, the damage has already been done. This is where honey can make a real difference. 1. Honey, a natural anti-inflammatory shield. Modern research shows that high-quality raw honey contains powerful antioxidants like flavonoids, phenolic acids, enzymes such as catalase and peroxidase. These compounds help neutralize free radicals, the culprits behind vessel damage and chronic inflammation, and may reduce the buildup of plaque in the arteries. 2. Regulating blood pressure and cholesterol. A study in the Journal of Medicinal Food 2004 found that regular honey consumers had lower levels of LDL, the bad cholesterol, higher levels of HDL, the good cholesterol, more stable blood pressure compared to those consuming refined sugar. Honey also helps reduce triglycerides, a type of fat in the blood closely tied to heart attacks and strokes in older adults. 3. Keeping blood vessels flexible and preventing clots. Thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties, honey helps preserve the elasticity of blood vessels and may reduce the risk of dangerous blood clots, one of the leading causes of stroke in people over 60. In summary, replacing refined sugar with just 1 teaspoon of raw honey in your morning tea, cereal, or breakfast could lighten the load on your heart, lighten the edge, gently clean out your arteries, and help push back against the kind of chronic inflammation that silently robs older adults of their health. But honey's benefits don't stop at heart health. Many folks using it to improve digestion or get better sleep. Is there truth to those uses too? 4. Honey and sleep. A spoonful before bed. Helpful or harmful? Have you ever been told, if you want to sleep well, take a spoonful of honey before bed? It sounds comforting and gentle, and many try it right away. But is it really right for everyone? Especially for a body that's getting older day by day? 1. How does honey help with sleep? Honey does offer some benefits for sleep. When used properly, balances blood sugar at night. While we sleep, the liver needs a small amount of glycogen to keep the brain functioning steadily. Honey, with its moderate amount of natural sugars, slowly supplies glycogen and helps prevent nighttime dips in blood sugar, allowing for deeper sleep. It supports melatonin production. Honey gently stimulates insulin, helping tryptophan enter the brain more easily. Tryptophan is the precursor to melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Soothes the throat and quiets dry coughs. For those who struggle to sleep due to nighttime coughing or throat irritation, honey can help calm the throat and promote a more peaceful night's rest. 2. But honey isn't for everyone at night. For some older adults, especially those with high blood sugar, poor digestion, or who tend to wake up hot and restless, honey might backfire. It can raise nighttime blood sugar, causing restlessness or shallow sleep. It may trigger acid reflux if taken right after a big dinner or lying down too soon. For some sensitive individuals, honey can slightly heat the body, leading to discomfort or disturbed sleep. So if you're thinking about using honey to sleep better, stick to 1 teaspoon of pure, raw honey only. Take it about an hour before bed, not right before lying down. Avoid it if you've just eaten a large meal or are feeling bloated or full. A spoonful of honey can help you sleep like a baby, or leave you tossing and turning all night. It all depends on how you use it and how your body responds. And that brings us to the next question. Can honey really boost immunity? Or is that just another common myth? Honey and the immune system. Is this natural powerhouse truly right for seniors? Dear friend, with age, the immune system tends to weaken. Wounds take longer to heal. Colds, coughs, and throat infections seem to show up more often and stick around longer. Because of that, many turn to honey as a natural way to boost immunity, hoping to avoid relying too heavily on medications. But can honey truly strengthen the immune system? The answer is yes, but only if it's the right kind, for the right person, used in the right way. 1. Honey contains natural antibacterial compounds. Pure raw honey, especially unfiltered varieties, contains enzymes and antibacterial agents such as hydrogen peroxide, naturally produced by the enzyme glucose oxidase, methylglyoxal, MgO, especially in Manuka honey, which fights bacteria strongly, gluconic acid and low pH, creating an environment where bacteria struggle to grow. Thanks to these, honey can help fend off infections of the throat, sinuses, and respiratory tract, especially during the colder months. 2. Honey reduces inflammation, a major issue with aging immunity. The antioxidants in honey, such as flavonoids and polyphenols, help reduce chronic inflammation, which can slowly damage the immune system over time without noticeable pain. Less inflammation, stronger immune function, better resistance to illness. 3. But a weak immune system can be overwhelmed if honey is misused. If you buy fake honey loaded with processed sugars, use too much daily, have underlying conditions like diabetes, pancreatitis, or liver problems, then your body might get overwhelmed processing the sugars and toxins, and your immune system ends up working harder, not smarter. So remember, 1 spoonful of clean, pure honey a day can be a great companion for a senior's immune system. But overdoing it, or choosing the wrong kind, can turn this natural remedy into a real problem. And if you find this knowledge helpful, if you believe that seniors deserve to understand their bodies and make smart, healthy choices, please consider subscribing to Golden 60 Plus. We're here to walk with you, not just in health, but through every beautiful and challenging season of aging, honey and blood sugar. Is it really safe for people with diabetes? At your morning tea or breakfast club, someone might say, "I've stopped using white sugar. Now I only use honey, it's much safer." Or maybe you've heard, honey is natural, so diabetics can have it too. Unfortunately, that's not entirely true. If you live with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or insulin resistance, this is something you'll want to hear carefully. 1. Honey is still sugar at its core. Though it comes from nature, honey is made mostly of simple sugars, primarily fructose and glucose. These can raise blood sugar quickly, especially if taken in large amounts. Just 1 tablespoon of honey, about 21 g, can contain 17 grams of sugar, equal to or more than what's in a can of soda. 2. The glycemic index, GI, of honey isn't low. Depending on the type, honey's GI ranges from 50 to 65, while white sugar is around 68. That means honey still causes a moderate to high spike in blood sugar, not the safe option many believe it to be. 3. Who should be most cautious with honey? Those taking diabetes medications, anyone with high HbA1c or unstable blood sugar, people who feel weak, shaky, or dizzy in the mornings. A sign of sugar crashes after sweet foods. If you're diabetic and still want to enjoy honey, Limit yourself to 1 teaspoon per day, maximum. And take it in the morning, after a light meal. Never consume honey on an empty stomach. And always talk to your doctor if you're on medication. A well-timed teaspoon of honey may warm your body, help digestion, and lift your mood. But if you think honey is completely harmless for diabetics, you might be falling for a sweet little myth. Fake honey, adulterated honey, and the risk of poisoning, common mistakes seniors make when buying honey. Dear friend, we're living in a time where almost anything can be faked, including honey. What's more alarming is that even when you're holding a fancy-looking bottle with a shiny label that says 100% pure honey, you might still be consuming fake honey without realizing it. 1. What is fake honey and why is it dangerous? Fake honey is often made from refined cane sugar or industrial corn syrup, artificial caramel coloring, or food-grade dyes and synthetic honey flavoring compounds. Sometimes even preservatives, mold inhibitors, or leftover antibiotics. These might sound harmless, but they can spike your blood sugar suddenly, burden your liver and kidneys over time, trigger mild toxic reactions in older adults with sensitive bodies, even worse. Some honey is harvested too early before it's ripe and may contain excess yeast or bacteria. If it's not processed properly, seniors with weaker immune systems can experience infections, digestive upsets, or even mild food poisoning. 2. How to spot fake or poor quality honey. Be cautious if your honey is too clear or watery. True raw honey tends to be slightly thick and cloudy from pollen traces. Has a sharp artificial scent. Real honey has a soft, natural aroma, not a strong, perfumed one. It is stored improperly. Honey kept in direct sunlight, thin plastic bottles, or open containers can ferment or grow harmful mold. 3. Common mistakes older adults make when buying honey, or trusting online ads or unfamiliar sellers. Choosing honey that's too cheap or looks too perfect. Stockpiling gallons for the entire year, not realizing that improperly stored honey can degrade. Especially in heat or humidity, what you should do instead. More. Only buy honey from trusted sources, ideally from beekeepers or brands with clear reputations. If possible, opt for certified raw honey or well-reviewed Manuka honey. Check for MGO or UMF certification. Don't use honey that looks moldy, smells strange, or has been stored too long without proper sealing. A spoonful of honey only has true value if it's genuine, clean, and properly handled. Otherwise, what you think is a natural remedy might just be a spoonful of syrup deceptively sweet, yet harmful to your health. Who should avoid or limit honey? And why, dear friend? In nature, no food is perfect for everyone. Even honey, often called liquid gold, may not be the best option for some seniors. If you fall into any of the groups below, it's important to be cautious and consult your doctor before including honey in your diet. 1. People with diabetes or blood sugar issues. As we discussed earlier, honey is high in simple sugars and can spike your blood glucose very quickly. If you're managing diabetes, have high HbA1c, or are on insulin therapy, honey may make blood sugar harder to control. Natural or not, your body still processes honey as sugar. 2. People taking blood thinners, e.g., warfarin, aspirin. Some raw or unprocessed honeys may mildly affect blood clotting. There's also a possibility of slight interactions with medications which could interfere with your treatment plan. 3. seniors with digestive sensitivities or chronic acid reflux. Although honey is often praised for aiding digestion, some older adults with sensitive stomachs may experience bloating, gas wires, or heartburn, especially if honey is consumed on an empty stomach or in large amounts. 4. Those with allergies or asthma. Raw honey may contain tiny traces of pollen or plant resins. For those with existing allergies or asthma, this can lead to itching, rashes, or even breathing difficulties. 5. Seniors with weak immune systems or undergoing cancer treatment. Though honey has antibacterial properties, unpasteurized honey may still harbor bacterial spores like Clostridium botulinum, which can be dangerous to immunocompromised individuals. If you're undergoing chemotherapy or recovering from major illness, it's crucial to ask your doctor before consuming honey. Final thoughts on this. If you're in good health, honey can be a delightful and nourishing gift. But if you're living with chronic conditions, taking medications, or have unique sensitivities, treat honey as a supplement, not a harmless sweetener. Use it thoughtfully. A personal word to you. When we're young, we take honey for glowing skin, detox, and energy. As we age, we turn to honey seeking peace in our sleep, comfort for the heart, and a body that feels just a little lighter each day. And it's true, honey can be a blessing from nature. But more important than the gift is how we choose to receive it. If you use the right type, in the right amount, and in a way that respects your unique body and health condition, then honey becomes more than just sweet. It becomes silent protection, a steadier heartbeat, a deeper sleep, a stronger immune system resilient through seasonal changes. But used the wrong way, honey can become a double-edged sword, spiking your blood sugar, upsetting your stomach, and draining your energy slowly over time. So please remember, no food is good for everyone. Only through understanding and listening to your body can you truly age in peace. And if you're walking the path of living slower, healthier, and more in tune with yourself, subscribe to Golden 60 Plus. Here, we don't just tell you what to eat. We help you understand why it matters and how each spoonful becomes a loving choice for the body that's carried you all these years. See you in the next video, where every drop, every bite is a step toward graceful, conscious aging.